Justajolt here. Since I'm doing crossbows at the moment, I thought it'd be interesting to look at the two Zombie Strike Crossbows side by side. It's comparison time! The comparison criteria I'll be using are capacity, ease of loading, comfort, practicality in terms of Nerf War use, and coolness. Interesting to compare how some of the boxes are actually. Darts going there, darts going there. Only 5 though! I love that this has arrows just to show you that the darts come out that way. Final interesting note on the box is this guy looks much happier about his blaster than this guy does. And this is N-Strike Elite Zombie Strike, whereas this one's just Zombie Strike. Anyway, in terms of capacity, the Crossbow takes 4 AccuStrike darts, whereas the Outbreaker takes 5. I know I was critical of the Outbreaker bow in earlier videos for obvious reasons, but compared to the Crossfire, it's got 1 shot up. Its design means the Outbreaker also hits a little harder more consistently. Blasters with intelligent AR tend to drop off a little by the time you reach their lower chambers. In terms of ease of loading, they're both pretty good. I never noticed this before, but the Outbreaker bow has 2 chambers that are slightly shorter than all the others. Actually, they all seem to be slightly different sizes. The Outbreaker's chambers are really accessible, as are the Crossfires. However, if you're loading and firing quickly, the Outbreaker bow does have a disadvantage which all revolver blasters tend to have. Which is that you've got to pick and choose which barrels to load if you're in a rush, and then rotate them into the right position. With the crossbow, it really doesn't matter. You load the darts wherever you want, prime, and they'll fire. So for that reason, the Crossfire clinches it in terms of ease of loading. In terms of comfort, I'm not sure the funky stock adds much to the Outbreaker. It's really too small to actually be useful as a stock, unless you're that short-armed T-Rex.
Hasbro thought of that for me!
The handle also feels a little strange in comparison with the Crossfire, although the Outbreaker does feel better balanced than the Crossfire without a stock. Although again, this feels much like any other blaster. Additionally, I have to come back to these small finger holes and the slightly uncomfortable priming with this one. The Crossfire is just fine to prime, so the Crossfire takes it in terms of comfort. Since the Crossfire has a longer tactical rail than the Outbreaker bow, and a rear attachment point, the Crossfire also takes it for combo ability. In terms of overall practicality, because that's the reason why we all buy Nerf blasters, right? Neither are particularly practical with the bow arms on. Although in a way they do look really rather pengin. Or maybe pingin. That said, the Crossfire has the edge over the Outbreaker because of ease of priming, the joys of being able to load without looking where you're loading, and it also has front and rear attachment points, which the Outbreaker bow doesn't, unless you count that. In terms of overall coolness though, it has to be said there's nothing like running around with a blaster made of a load of tools and duct tape. In conclusion, I actually think the Crossfire is a better blaster, despite the Outbreaker bow having an extra shot. In terms of practicality, comfort, ease of loading and combo ability, the Crossfire wins. But the Outbreaker bow wins on coolness due to its original design and extra shot. Maybe. I actually couldn't find many other videos comparing these two blasters, so please like, subscribe and ring that bell. What's in the stock? Fail. M&M's! Pretzel M&M's! Right after I opened this, I noticed that he's got kind of an X-ray thing in front of him which shows a pretzel inside him. That's kind of clever. So, it's chocolatey and also a little bit salty. They're quite bulbous actually for M&M's. They're quite, like, big. They're quite nice though. 30% less fat. Yeah, because that's why you buy chocolate. Because of their size, I don't actually think you get that many in the packet. It tastes really nice though. Anyway, this is Justajolt signing off.